We're inside the walls of Northplex. Northplex is a large modular home building factory located just east of Barrhead. Barrhead's a small town about an hour north of Edmonton. We employ approximately 130 people here. We build a variety of different types of homes and multiplexes. We build apartments, we build hotels, we build duplexes, fourplexes, fiveplexes, eightplexes, 12plexes, 16plexes. We're very proud of what we build here. What I'd like to do is walk you around the factory and show you what sets us apart not only from the stick builders, but the other modular builders. Inside the walls of the factory, we build our own trusses. You see over here. We manufacture both the floor trusses and the roof trusses. So after the floor trusses are built, we come over to this area, we start building your floor. And the beautiful thing about the floor trusses is we can go clear span. So if you're going on a full basement, we've got a clear span finish, no teleposts, no beams inside your basement, or we can go self-contained. The other big advantage of a truss floor is we can run our heat duct main plenum right through the center of the trusses. So if you've got a basement, you don't have to have this plenum underneath your floor joist. We're at the next stage of construction, and what we're doing here is we're tying in the rest of our heat runs. We're also running our water lines right through the inside our trusses, and we're running all our plumbing pipes. After this stage, because it's a self-contained home, we're going to be topping up the insulation with cellulose insulation to get the full insulation value of the floor. If it's a non-insulated floor and it's going on a full foundation, we won't be insulating it at this stage. We've moved to the next stage of construction where we've got our floor decking. And I see here the floor decking is already installed. And so what we're using is a tongue and groove decking that's glued and screwed. We're now in our wall building area. And we've got a jig here where we lay our outside walls. We build a continuous long outside wall, 2x6 construction. And we're going to show you some detail in that wall construction that sets us apart from a lot of people. So now that we're in the wall building department, I'd like to just point out a few things that sets us apart. And we have to do these things because the homes are being delivered. So they run through an assembly line and they get loaded onto a truck and then moved to the site and then either rolled or craned onto your foundation. So we have to ensure that these homes don't crack when they get inside. They're all taped and painted, finished. So a couple of the things that we do to strengthen our product is number one, our use of hurricane straps. We strap below the windows and we strap above the windows. We strap diagonally, and we actually have our window headers extending past the windows an extra stud. So it just gives it that much more strength in those areas that have potential to crack. To strengthen the outside walls, what we do is we use a 7/16 OSB. We've got these huge sheets of OSB that are 8 feet by 24 feet. We lay them down on the inside of the outside walls, and then we cut out the door and the window openings. Okay, so now I'm standing beside a completed finished wall that was built on the jig that you just saw. Standing up, and what you'll notice here is I'm standing on the outside of the wall, so we're actually building from the inside out. We've got the OSB on the inside of the wall. We've got the drywall on the inside of the wall complete. We've got the vapor barrier already installed. We've got the header that extends past the window opening. That's already been strapped on the inside. And we're going to move on from here. Okay, now moving forward, we've got the walls on the floor. All these walls sit on a double gasket. So what we do is we set the double gasket on the floor, and that just eliminates any heat from transferring from the inside out or the cold weather from going outside in. and just gives it that added energy efficiency. So what we do is we set the wall down, we take a big clamp, we clamp it down tight, and then we hurricane strap and we lag bolt. So as you can see, we've got a lot of strapping in the corners, all the way up, and every second stud all the way around the perimeter is hurricane strapped. We've also got lag bolts every couple of feet around on the outside walls and the exterior corners. Okay, so here's a bay window, and you can see because it's a bay window, it needs a little bit extra strength for transportation, so there's a lot of extra strapping that goes into it. So here's another example of building from the inside out that we do in modular construction, and over here we're building a complete roof section. We lay out the trusses, we set the drywall in place, we screw the drywall in place, and we tape and we texture in this area. Once it's all dry, we'll have to actually lift it with a crane. We'll carry it over to the next set of walls coming down the line, and we'll install it. So I'm standing outside a kitchen area of a home. The reason I say kitchen area is we've got extra backing in our outside walls, and that just gives the cabinet installers a little bit more to fasten the kitchen to. We've also got our receptacles, so we've started wiring the inside of the house. We've got receptacle boxes that are sealed completely from the weather. We've just lifted a roof section on a set of walls. And if you notice, if you scroll up there, you'll notice that there's strapping that straps the roof and the walls together. In addition to that, we've got a 2x4 that runs the full length of the walls in the trusses, and we spike down using a 10-inch spiral spike to fasten that roof down to the wall sections every 2 feet. Okay, so moving forward, we're sheeting the outside walls. What we do is we glue and we staple the sheeting on the outside walls. We also carry the sheeting down below the floor about 10 inches. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is it makes it like a box beam construction. Number two, it doesn't allow any air to filter inside the home. Okay, so the walls are sheeted. We're going to wrap all the walls with a house wrap. That wrap goes all the way from the top of the wall to the bottom of the floor joist. And that just stops any air from penetrating inside the home. All right, so when we install our windows, we use a bead of caulking all the way around the perimeter, and then we screw the windows through the flange. Okay, so once the house wrap is on, we can go ahead and do the exterior finishing, and we've got a variety of different types of siding that we can use. Vinyl is kind of the standard, kind of the norm, but we go to a variety of different types of hardy plank, hardy board, different types of siding in various colors. The other thing we do at this stage is we shingle the roof and we put our exterior trims on, our softened fascia. Okay, so now we've moved inside the home, and this home is nearing completion. It's at the last stage of construction. We've installed the kitchen cabinets. And by the way, the kitchen cabinets are built here in our facility. We're going to show you that a little bit later, but you can see our cabinets are all installed. We're using a standard post-form countertop with an under wrap and a built-in backsplash. We could do a variety of things in the kitchen. We can do banks of drawers, banks of heavy pots and pans, drawers. Really, whatever you want, we can put in the kitchens. We can supply the appliances, or you can supply your own appliances. If you look around, we're using a crown mold on top of all the walls throughout the house. And we've got a heavy baseboard that we use. We use an architrave trim above all our doors. And basically a very bold standard trim package. What you see in this home here is our standard. We've got some customers that will upgrade from here. and that's fine. So, but I wanted to show you kind of the basics, and then from there, sky's the limit. Okay, we're inside the cabinet department in Northplex. We build our own cabinets here. The only thing we bring in from the outside are the doors, and we stock them in a variety of colors and styles. I just wanted to point out the way our boxes are put together using dowels and glue. We're using 5/8 material, and we're using the 5/8 melamine material on the backs as well as the sides and the tops of the cabinet boxes. Inside this department, we've got machinery that not only cuts the melamine to size, but puts the edge band on, drills all the holes for the adjustable shelves and for the dowels. Thanks a lot for taking the time to take this tour. We hope you found it enjoyable and educational, and we hope Northplex can build your next home.